Hello everybody and welcome to some F1 24 driver career mode. We're back playing some games and I've finally managed to get something sorted so that I can live stream my Xbox gameplay, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to streaming some games on my Xbox, streaming regularly, and yeah, sharing those streams with you guys. So yeah, I bought a little HDMI video capture thing over the weekend, managed to get it hooked up. So yeah, I am really looking forward to this. I do apologise in advance if you hear, basically I've got this sheet on my roof that's banging like fuck 'cause it's really windy at the moment, and it's behaved itself all day, but it knows that I'm streaming now, and it started banging and crashing like an absolute bastard. So I'm really sorry if you do hear that from time to time. I'm just going to check that this is all good, and I'm really sorry. Good. Right, that's all good. I'm just going to share it on various places so that people might want to come and watch. Who knows? But yeah, we're going to start some F1 24 driver career mode today. We're not going to take it too seriously. We're just going to do some 5-lap races, casual. I've already decided the team that we're going to go for. We're going to go for Williams. We're going to start with them because, one, they're the team I support, and two, it's a good challenge. So yeah, I think it should be a pretty fun. So I'm just trying to talk and type at the same time, which is never good. Sorry. So yeah, it should be a nice fun little challenge. Yeah, we'll just see how far we get. Obviously, if we can get some points, it'll be a bonus. But if we can't, then no worries. So just making sure that this is going out. Putting that out there. Right, we don't want any of these. We want to start new. I've already got a Williams career mode on the go. But now we're trying to do one here. So my brain has just gone to absolute pot. I do apologise. Right. Skip to F1. We don't want to mess around with F2. We're going to start a custom season. We're going to do 16 races. And just got to fiddle around, find out the ones that we want. Spain for Hungary. I know it's probably like bland for bland, but you know. Or could we? Let's see what we got down here. Right, Qatar we can get rid of. We can do Azerbaijan. I'm going to ditch Abu Dhabi. I'm going to put Mexico in. Do we leave Kota out? I know Kota's quite, what's the word? Popular. Why are basic words not coming into my brain? Right, so we've got Bahrain, Australia, Japan, China, Imola. Also, let me know how the sound is coming through, because I don't know if it's just my microphone that you're picking up. I don't know if there's gameplay that you're picking up as well. I've tried to tweak things. I don't quite know if everything's coming through. So just let me know. But I think this calendar might be good to go. Should I take out Hungary and for Singapore or Texas? I don't know. I mean, I like Kota, but I don't like it as much as other people do. Well, actually, what I could do, I'm not a big fan of the Shanghai circuit. We could put Kota in there. There we go. We've satisfied the masses. I think that's good. We're going to have the season finale in Las Vegas. And yeah, we're just going to run through some settings. 90 difficulty. We're just going to do 5 laps because we're just, you know, we're just going to take this. We're not taking this too seriously. We're just going to have some fun with it. And hopefully, yeah, hopefully score some points along the way. So yeah, I am hoping to start streaming quite regularly, because it's something that I really do want to keep going with. It's something that I do want to get good at. It's something that I've seen other people do. It's something that I enjoy watching, and yeah, just something that I want to have a go at. So I'm hoping that we can start these quite regularly. The fact that I'm streaming on a weekday when I'm normally feeling quite knackered and I would have written this off, is a pretty good start. It is a Monday. It's been a knackering day, but I've managed to. I said I was going to stream tonight. I kept telling myself I was going to stream. Now I got this up and running, and yeah, we're just going to try and see. I'm not going to commit to anything because when I do that, I tend to screw up. So I commit to things, and then I realise I can't match the commitment. So I get really, and I just end up messing everything up and not committing to anything. Right, how many? I really don't care about that. We don't get many options this year, do we? Obviously, I've gone all out on the driver career, but they haven't really done anything beyond that. Like, even my team is very, like, basic level. And yeah, you go onto my team, you literally get like one livery option. Like, they could have just copied and pasted the livery options from last year, but you literally just get one and it doesn't expand. I know you could probably get some in the podium pass or whatever, but to be honest, I can't be bothered. Right, Academy Select. Now, obviously, we're starting with Williams, so we want the Mercedes Driver Academy, really. So if we do well with Williams, we could end up jumping to Mercedes, or we could try and make Williams great again. Borrow a phrase from a certain American politician. Who do we want our teammate to be? Well, Logan Sargent is absolute ass, no offence, so we want it to be Albon. I still can't believe Colapinto's not in this game yet, because they've had like updates since because Colapinto, he's had about 6 or 7 races now, I believe, and we've had updates. We've had quite a lot of updates since he came into F1, and yet he's still not in the game. But it's a good thing in a way, because he's got my number that I like. I like 43. I like using it. It's my favourite number. And if Colapinto comes into F1, he's got 43, which means I can't use it anymore. So the longer Colapinto's out of F1, or out of this game, the better it is for me, and I don't have to find a new number. So, still winning good. So we got this intro. I have talked over it. I don't know if you can actually hear it. I have tried to make it so that the audio is being broadcast, but I don't think it actually is. So I've still got to work out, because I'm live streaming on OBS, but I haven't quite worked out how to get it. I'm still figuring it out. So if you can only hear my voice, I do apologise. We're going to go for a 69 rating. So we're starting off 65. I think that's a decent. We can have a good, decent season. Hit the ground running. Then who knows? But yeah, there we go. We've signed our first Formula 1 contract. We've moved into number 47. That's a pretty sizable. I think it's up. I'd say for an apartment, that would be pretty damn big. I don't know anyone who has a house like that. Right, we've got a team of specialists. I don't care. James Fells, let's get going. My door is always open if you need anything. We've got a new teammate rivalry, yada yada yada. Specialists, they'll probably come into... We'll probably get into them later on into the career mode. Apart from that, it's all the regular stuff like driver details, R&D. Obviously, we're starting with absolute rubbish. Our car is on a par with Sauber, which I don't think is how it really was, because obviously Sauber was a long way behind everybody else. But sort of ourselves, Haas, Alpine, Sauber, very similar levels. So yeah, and then obviously we've got like the vehicle condition, standings, all of that kind of stuff, and we are plumb last, and we'll probably stay that way for quite a while. So yeah, we might as well, because there's nothing really that we can go into right now. Might as well just head to the grid reveal and see. This is the grid reveal is quite cool, because it's I've lost my words. That's a good start. So that's a good streaming, isn't it? Losing your words. But they actually do it in constructor order, which is really cool. And they do it in every single season. They do it in constructor order, regardless of, you know, where it started. Because in previous F1 games, it probably would have been the exact same order every season. I know I'm over analysing a tiny little cutscene, and it's really not that important. But yeah, nice little touch, I think. It's not much, but it's a nice touch nonetheless. And it's better than that livery reveal, which was just, because obviously you couldn't change your livery if you're doing a driver career. So of course it was the exact same livery every year, and it was just a really, really pointless kind of a cutscene. So the fact they've done something a little bit different. But here we go, the start of our F1 career at Bahrain. Quite early. Obviously it's the first weekend of March, I'm guessing, because 28th is practice. Then the race itself would have been on the 2nd, I guess. Was it a leap year this year? I'm now doubting myself. Nice little cutscene here. We're going to our computer to have a look at this screen that we can't really click away from. I just remembered we got to do the first practice session, haven't we? Oh god, I hate this first practice session because one, you can't skip it, and two, your car feels like an absolute boat, and it does. It feels like you're driving a large tub around, and it's horrible. A new day has dawned. The 2024 season is here. This is my generic commentator voice, and I hope you like it, because no one else does. He looked like he was going to shit himself then. Is that James Vowles? That looks like James Vowles. Is he talking to me? I didn't realise. I never noticed that. I never noticed the team principal actually coming to talk to you. That's if it is him. It might just be like a generic guy that looks like James Vowles. Okay, so do you know what? I do miss Jeff. I like Mark, but I do miss Jeff because he just had that kind of creepy voice that added an extra dimension. Anytime, Jeff. I hope that you are ready and comfortable because it's a really, really tough season, and I'll do my best to help you out here. Right. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was. Right, we gotta do one of these, I guess. Should we try and do track acclimatization? That's just driving through gates, isn't it? I can do that. I can drive through gates. Release the Kraken. As we head underway, our first few laps. I don't really know how to feel about the Williams livery this year. I mean, I prefer it. Oh, Jesus Christ! I prefer it blue to white. I think when Williams had the white livery, it was a bit naff. So I definitely think it's better as a blue livery. But I don't know. Just looks kind of, I don't know. Right, made it through the first gate. We've got a purple. Speed trap though, pretty good. Nearly 200 miles an hour. Let's see, Williams tend to be quite fast in a straight line. It's just everything else that seems to be the problem. Oh god, I missed that one. Right, what's our target? 345. Do you know what? I'm probably gonna quit after the first lap, regardless of what we get. But it is like there's so much understeer. The car's brand new. You don't really know. There is no technique. It's literally just trying to survive and not. Oh my god. Right. We're a long way off. We're at 190. We've got 155 points to get. We've got to drive absolutely flawlessly, which is not a word that I would use to describe my driving in this game. I don't think I've ever driven flawlessly in any racing game I've ever played. But we are racking these points up, we're racking these combos. We got 95 to find though, so yeah, I think what we'll do, regardless, oh fuck me, right, we fucked that, completely screwed that. Are we going to get some point? We're not going to get enough, are we, for a DRS? Right, whatever. Right, return to garage, and then we'll just head out, I think. Skip to qualifying. We're just gonna do one shot. One shot, 5 laps. Like I said, this isn't a serious thing. I like playing this game casually. You know, I'm not one of these hardcore sweats who just has to 100% everything and do proper race distances and do all this stuff and whatever. I just like playing the game the way I want to play it. And we're drawing. Albon was just, I didn't even see where we were in that practice session. Don't know if it actually showed us or not. But yeah, obviously also the aim, like I mentioned in the title, is to try and reduce the Williams crash damage total, because obviously Sargent was pretty prolific in racking those up. Colapinto's had a few smashes. Albon's had a few smashes. They've looked at me and they said, look, you're not the guy we want. You're not the guy we need. But you're the guy we've got. So just go out there and try not to crash the car. And I said, okay. And yeah, we haven't crashed it yet. So happy days. Right, I've kind of just been flung straight into this quali session. I haven't really had time to think about it. But we are in an outstanding P20. Only half a second off the pace, but only had a third of the lap so far. Lando Norris usually takes pole when I start a career mode. I can't imagine that's going to be any different. Oh god, fuck's sake. No. We're finally not last. And then we absolutely murder it through there. Right. Into that left-hander. Nail it. Oh, that's awful. It's almost as bad as my real life driving. Right, come on, one more corner to go. Let's try and nail it. Up here, 14th. We might not be last. This might be decent. This might be decent. It's P17. It's 3 places more than I thought I'd get. So, yeah, I'll take that. That's all right. So Lando Norris on pole from Verstappen, 0.1 behind Piastri, Leclerc, Sainz, Russell, Alonso, Hamilton, Perez and Gasly. And where did I out-qualify my teammate? Oh no, but we were close though. Only a 10th off. So Albon's going to be absolutely crapping himself. You can't stat pad against Sargent anymore. Okay, I'm going to actually test him. Hulkenberg, quite a poor qualifying for him. Bottas and Zhou, obviously 19th and 20th. Where else were they going to be? So yeah, it's time for our first ever Grand Prix. And Albon, look at that smug face. Oh, look at me, I've got 2 out of 6. You've got none out of 6. Yeah, I'm the team lead around here. What the fuck? We've gained some pace. We haven't really gained any focus. Which sums me up as a person, really. Although I haven't really gained any pace. If anything, I've lost it. I'm just talking crap now. Right, participation. As you didn't complete. I did. complete laps. Let's just talk about practice. Right, it's a fairly straightforward layout for most of the part here, as you know. I can't read properly. There are a couple of important features it's worth reminding you about. For turn 10, that's that one I always die on. That's that really tight left-hander. Good luck this session, we're all expecting a good result. Hey, how you feeling? Hope you had a fill of breakfast. You need all the energy you can muster today. Right, here we go. First race of our Formula One career. I'm going to try not to finish last, but I can't make any promises. Here we are then, for the round one of the 2021... No, good commentary, get the year wrong, that's great. And here's the starting grid for the Grand Prix. In first place, we have Lando Norris and Max Verstappen, who lines up alongside him in row 1 in P2. And the rest of the grid is Piastri, Leclerc, Sainz, Russell, Michael Schumacher, Alain Prost, René Arnoux, Romain Grosjean, Luca Badoa, George Russell, and some pricks from Sauber. Sometimes I have to remind myself that I'm a 29-year-old man. This is not one of those times. Right, we're going to go for the setup that I know. The only setup I know. The only setup I know. It's an obscure song from the 90s that no one will get. Here we go then, 5 laps. Oh, on the wrong side of the grid as well. Jesus. And it's lights out and away we go as we get swamped by everybody. But no, we got the run on Hulkenberg. Can we dip to the right hand side and get ourselves a few blazes? Oh, fuck me. Good start. Broken front wing. That's what we want. Overtake a couple of people off the track. Can we get ourselves into the points? Not that it's going to be... Oh, fuck. Oh, dear. Right, can we actually... Oh, no, we can't undo the... Can't undo the front wing damage. Right, we're just going to have to... I don't know why I went left. Because my plan was to go right. And then obviously just completely messed it up. But we're into 10th, but we have got horrific front wing damage. So I'm not expecting anything on the inside of Russell. Oh, we've got even more horrific front wing damage now. Oh, Jesus Christ. We've ruined Russell as well. Oh, it was going so well. It was going so well. And then we fucked it up in the way only I know how, really. But we are into P9. If I can somehow keep this, he says as he gets past. This is on 90 difficulty. Like I say, I'm not that great at the game. So that might even be too challenging for me. But we'll just give it a go. Try and be as competitive as we can. And yeah, let's see if we can get... oh my god. Well, at least that part of our front wing had already come off. So yeah, it wasn't that much of an issue. But actually, having a broken front wing should mean more of an advantage on the straights because you got less aero kind of dragging you down. Science logic. Does mean you're an absolute boat in the corners though, and we've lost 2 places. And our chances of points have gone down the shitter. I don't even know why I'm trying. I don't even know why I'm trying to. That's rude. Trying to rejoin the circuit. I know you're there, but oh, this is horrific. This honestly, this is like driving a boat. Well, this is like driving I was trying to think of a big boat, and my brain has fried to the point where I can't think of a big boat. What's a big boat, chat? A ferry? A barge? What? Why can't I think of big boats? Oh, this is awful. This is awful. I'm not even concentrating. Right, you can stay behind me, Joe, by any means possible. Oi, oi, stay behind me by any means possible. Okay, you do not overtake. Do you understand? Otherwise, we're gonna no. We're gonna have problems. We are going to have problems, aren't we? Right, come here. Come here. Down the inside. I will DNF you if I have to. Ah. Bad Joe. Come here. Oh, God. This is not the start I envisaged, I'll be honest. It's the start that most people probably expected. But it's not the start I had in mind. I've spent more time off the track already. Jesus Christ. Right, do you know what? This was a write-off. Oh no, what a shame. Colin smashes into the barriers and he's out of the race. What a shame. And oh yeah, that Williams that Williams crash damage total. Trying to reduce that. That hasn't worked, has it? We're out of the race, looking very, very sad. Very, very sad indeed. Womp womp, as the kids say nowadays. McLaren have won, good for them. Lando Norris, I'm assuming. Podium bus, I do not care. Was a McLaren one too. Piastri coming in for second place, Verstappen third. Leclerc, Sainz, Alonso, Hamilton, Perez, Russell and Pierre Gasly. Rounding out the top 10. What does that mean for the constructors? McLaren lead the way, Ferrari second, Red Bull third, Aston Martin fourth, Mercedes tied for fourth, Alpine have 1 point and everybody else is yet to score. Hopefully, when we go to Australia, I'm quite good around Australia. Oh, he's looking very smug now. Look at that, he's punching there. No one's there, mate. It's a green screen. No one's even there. Got no friends. Yeah, see, you're not so happy now, are you? Yeah, now I've said that, I look very miserable. Oh, we've lost some stuff here. Not good. Right, so that's our first race out of the way. It's not quite how I wanted it to start. But nevertheless, let's carry on. Oh, look at Albon getting all those upgrades. I suppose he did keep it on the track and actually finish, so from that standpoint. Right. Australian Grand Prix. It's actually one of my favourite circuits on the calendar. I know a lot of people think it's quite bland. A lot of people think it's very meh. But I like it, you know, it's sort of like, it reminds me of, obviously, growing up in the 2000s. It reminds me of that first race of the season, getting up really excited as a kid, getting up really excited at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning to come down and watch the race. It's the first time that you've seen Formula One cars go around a track for like 3 months, and it's the most exciting thing ever. and you get up in the middle of the night to come down and watch it, and it just feels different, feels like a treat, and yeah, that's what it reminds me of. And for me, in my eyes, Australia will always be the first race of the F1 season. Obviously, I know it's been Bahrain in recent years. It's Australia next year, I believe. But yeah, Australia will always be the first race of the season for me. And it's the first race I ever watched, or the first race I ever watched properly, was the Australian Grand Prix of 2003, which David Coulthard won. Juan Pablo Montoya could have won it, but he spun and threw it away. Coulthard came through to win. Montoya finished second, and Kimi Raikkonen finished third. And yeah, that's how it was. And I think it was like the first time in over a year that Michael Schumacher hadn't finished on the podium. And to be fair, 2003 was an awesome time to start watching Formula One. It was an insanely competitive season. You had Schumacher, Raikkonen, Montoya, all in a title fight. You have Fernando Alonso, who was a young, up-and-coming talent at that point, which seems crazy to think about now. And it seems crazy to think that Fernando Alonso was in Formula One when I started watching, and he's still in it now. It's absolutely mental. But no, still going strong. Is he, what, 40? Is he 41 or is he 42 now? Don't know. But yeah, he is absolutely insane. Actually, I might go maximum downforce here because it's a wet circuit, which means that our qualifying is going to be even worse than it normally is. Got hope. I can't remember if the AI are worse in the wet or they're better in the wet, or I mean, I'm not any better in the wet, so it's not going to make too much of a difference. But we are. It must be a very oh god, that's an awful way to take that corner. I mean, when does it ever rain on Australian Grand Prix weekend? I think there's only two I remember. It was in 2010 when Jenson Button won. And then I think it was 2014 qualifying when Sebastian Vettel, I think, got knocked out in Q2. It was like the first race to the new regulations. And yeah, I remember it absolutely hammered down that qualifying session. Yeah, it's usually blue skies, sunny out, but no, when Dan Collins is in town, we'll make it rain and we'll make him suffer. Oh god, that's an awful way to set the corner. I do actually prefer the new layout, although it does mean it's typical. You can finally disable corner cutting on this game, and then the best corner cut, which was through that old right-hander, obviously they changed the track, so you can't do it anymore. We are dead friggin' last again. Even worse than we were before. We can't have been that far off. Obviously, I think we just got pipped on the line. So Albon's in P13. That's not going to help our cause. We're just behind Zhou Guanyu. Daniel Ricciardo having another really happy home race in P17. Oscar Piastri could be first Australian ever to set foot on the podium at his home race. Which I find it hard to believe. Obviously, with Mark Webber and Daniel Ricciardo. Obviously, Daniel Ricciardo was on the podium in 2014, and he got disqualified. And then Mark Webber stood on the podium in 2002, but that's because he finished in 5th for Minardi. And they let him, obviously, because he did it at his home race and it was an underdog story. They let him go up on the podium, which was really nice. But yeah, those are the only two times I think that an Australian has been on the podium at their home race, and in both times, one amounted to nothing, and the other one was more of a celebratory thing than anything else. But here we go then, into the Australian Grand Prix. That beautiful lake in front of us. Hopefully we don't end up in it. We don't launch ourselves into oblivion. So here is the starting. Oh, I won't do that again. We did that once. It wasn't very funny the first time. Let's not do it a second time. There's a lot of executives, a lot of important people in ties here. It's House of Nico Hulkenberg. Looks on. And we can go back to our normal setup. The only setup that I have, because I'm too basic to actually do setup. So here we go, 5 lights on the wrong side of the grid. I'd rather be on the inside. I know it's the dirty side. I'd rather be on the inside just because it's easier to get in places. As it's lights out and away we go down into the first corner. I want to try and up. I know I cut the corner there, but I wanted to try and avoid. I want to try and have a front wing at the start of at the end of lap 1. That is my goal. Is to have a front wing, a working front wing that I can then use later on in the race. And although sometimes damage doesn't apply, even if you've got it on, damage doesn't come on for some reason. So maybe we've got, because we've tapped a couple of cars and we haven't damaged the car, so I'm kind of hoping that we've got one of those races. But we made a pretty good start. We're in P13. Into the back of Alex Albon. We're only 3 places off the points. If I can stay off the grass, might just dive bomb it here. Right. Sorry. I know that's really bad. I know it's a bit rude, but places to go, people to pass, points to get. So I'm sorry, Esteban Ocon, but I've got bigger priorities than squabbling for 11th place with you, my friend. He says as Ocon catches him at a rate of knots. I'm not making any gains on Perez though, so this might be where it ends. But yeah, I do like driving on this circuit. It's just flows really nicely, I think. Especially now with that new section, I think it's made it a lot better. But yeah, it's just a nice easy circuit. Just flows really nicely, and you know, I know it's not like the trickiest or the most challenging or the most exciting, but I don't know, it's just really nice. But Perez is totally, I'll say, pissed off into the distance. He's still there, but yeah, I don't think we're going to catch him unless we can have... Ooh, no. We stop making mistakes like that. Now Esteban Ocon's onto the back of us. And we have to try and defend now as opposed to attack. Ocon goes to the outside. We're going to try... Actually, ooh, that was, again, a little bit naughty. And we haven't got DRS. That didn't work. We overtook him before the detection point, or he overtook us, but he's locked up a little bit. Albon passed. If I was to let them through, I've never had to do that before. Right, there you go. Didn't actually let him through. Yeah, no, it's not nice. Especially as I was in P11 a minute ago. It's not nice. Got to try and take revenge now. Then Albon's going to end up winning that battle. We're going to lose purely because good old bloody team orders. Although we have got a good run on him here. And we could, do you know what? Screw your team orders. And screw you. So we're up into 12th place. What do you think of that, James Vowles? Yeah, not the big I am now, are you? don't know what point I'm trying to make there. But yeah, onto the back of Esteban Ocon. We can get DRS. Oh, I say that, but then we've gone really wide. Albon's going to get back at us. Oh no. God. Now this. Get onto the back. Let's have a go. I can't get close enough though. That's the problem. So I can pull up to him, but we are faster through this bit. We did cut a little bit there, and we did fucking okay, kind of ruin that for ourselves. Now Albon's gonna go around the outside. Do you know what? I fancy a double overtake there. But we messed that up for ourselves really, and we've done it again because I keep hitting him. Got 1 lap to go, and all this has meant is that we're squabbling for pointless things because Sergio Perez has absolutely launched into the distance. Oh God, I can't drive cleanly at all. We haven't got DRS. I thought we'd have DRS. I was behind at the detection point. That's really annoying. Oh, Albon's absolutely bottled it there. You're right up the inside and back, but I think Ocon's way too far ahead. Unless we can have an absolute slingshot out here, which we do. Can we get DRS? Or are we too far? Oh no, we got it. We've got it, but oh my God, look at that. What can you do about that? I mean, a monstrous pace. I mean, he was like a friggin' rocket ship. He's got DRS again. Like, what can you do? And now I'm white. I want to finish ahead of Albon though. I want to prove a point to Williams that they were wrong to let me through. Because although I probably compromised our race by passing him again, I did finish ahead of my teammate. So actually, I want a little bit of praise, and we might actually get some credit for it as a result. I might actually get some rivalry points now. And Oscar Piastri's won at his home race. Good for him. An Australian has finally stepped on the top step on the words. An Australian has finally getting on the podium. And it's on the top step of the podium. So good for him. So 2 wins out of 2 for McLaren now. Is it another 1-2? It is, yeah. So Piastri and Norris. I think Piastri got fastest lap in the first race as well. So I think they're level on points now. So Fernando Alonso getting a podium for Aston Martin. Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, Russell, Hamilton, Stroll, Perez. Ourselves in P13. Still yet to score. So yeah, Norris and Piastri deadlocked on 44 points. Max Verstappen 27, Alonso 23. Leclerc and Sainz not far behind. Hamilton and Russell. Then Perez. Surprise, surprise. Sergio Perez a whopping 22 points behind his teammate after 2 races. Good old Sergio, eh? And then obviously we have yet to score. And McLaren lead the way quite convincingly. And then it's Ferrari, then Red Bull, Aston Martin, Mercedes, Alpine, RB, and obviously us lot, the sort of the rubbish teams at the bottom that are still yet to score. Oh, right, I just need to go and have a drink quickly, and I need to an indigestion tablet because I think I ate my dinner a little bit too quickly, and sitting down for a long period of time has not helped it in any way. So gonna go and do that. I'll be back in a second. Where am I going to put my mic? That's the question. Oh god, right. I don't have the best streaming setup here, I'll be honest. Oh, look at that, that is noisy. Oh, right. Hopefully that will go away. Now I've got a secret meeting. Our first one. Who's it going to be with? It's probably going to be some crap team like Sauber or Haas or Alpine. It's usually like the teams around you. It's never like, oh, we're going to have an upgrade to, yeah, it's Haas. It's Haas. I was actually thinking about doing a career mode with Haas tonight, and then I decided to go with Williams instead. We're going to decline those because I just joined. I have no desire to join a team that is the exact same, if not worse, than ours. So, with all due respect, you can shove your offer up your ass. Right. Suzuka, one of my favourite circuits in the game, or I'll say in the game, in Formula One. A little bit of trivia, it's Lewis Hamilton's favourite circuit in the entire calendar. I think, anyway. He's either that or Silverstone. He might change his mind and go for Silverstone, but I know he likes Suzuka. Right, let's get some practice in. I think I only got to do 2 of these last time. But yeah, obviously, F1 talk in real life. You know, Max Verstappen has just won his 4th world title. I think it's well deserved as well. He's the only one that obviously racked up those wins early on, and he's been very consistent ever since. And even with like the 3rd best car, he was able to even increase the gap to Lando Norris, which is just absolutely insane, really. I think McLaren have got a lot of questions to ask themselves internally, because if you win the Constructors title, which they probably could, they might do. I know it depends on how Ferrari perform in the last couple of races. But if you win the Constructors, you should really be winning the Drivers as well. I think it's only when it's like marginal, like in 2021, when obviously Red Bull and Mercedes were so close that you literally couldn't split them. But yeah, McLaren have had such a performance advantage, such a big part of this season, and they've just messed up so many opportunities. And even though, you know, Red Bull did have that disadvantage, I was never really in any doubt that Verstappen wasn't going to win it. I never thought like, oh, there's a chance that Norris might catch him and overtake him. There was never really any threat of that, which is kind of a weird thing to say when Verstappen, since Spain, has probably had the 3rd best car on average. Oh shit, right. Let's pretend that never happened. Don't know if I've put the mic too close to my hand. Still trying to. Basically, my my current streaming setup is. Oh, I've done it again. For fuck's sake. Right, do you know what? This lap is fucked. My current streaming setup is I've got my TV and my Xbox on a table. I've got my laptop next to me on the sofa, and I've got my microphone on my leg. I've got my microphone in my lap. That's my current streaming setup. Because I've literally got nowhere else to put it. So this is, I'm amazed I haven't like whacked it or done anything like that. So, because obviously the flat that I live in is really small. It's like one room, everything's in one room. So I'm not really blessed for space. So I've kind of just got to, kind of just got to make use of the space that I've got. That makes sense. The Suzuka International Racing Course. Yeah, just be fast and don't drive off the circuit. Right, what I'm going to do is, I don't know why I've still got these. I've been driving Formula 1 games for nearly 25 years now. I don't need a racing line on. Don't know why I have it on. I say that, I'm probably going to crash and brake too late into every corner now. No fewer than 12 world champions have been crowned at Suzuka. Who's going to win the championship today? McLaren could probably wrap up the constructors today if they get another 1-2. Or Max Verstappen on pole. That's not looking very optimistic. Right, who cares? Mount Fuji is the highest point in Japan. We did have those couple of races at Fuji in like the mid 2000s. I'm not really. Yes, it's not a circuit that I'm particularly keen on, if I'm being totally honest. I'm glad they came back to Suzuka because I love this circuit. Fuji, I think it's too wide. Like it is, from what I remember, it's very, very wide, which is good, I guess, you know, in terms of like overtaking and stuff. But oh shit, I don't know. I remember driving it. I think it was in Project Cars 2, because I didn't really have a good memory of it until I drove it. I just wasn't a big fan of it. And then I went back and watched it's 2007 season review, where obviously they were at Fuji. I just wasn't a big fan of that circuit. Very glad they came back to Suzuka. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, it's like you get a point, and I don't know. Obviously, it is my fault for driving into the other car, but there is a point where like they don't give way either. Give Gasly, oh, that was very naughty, but I don't care. We're up into P15. It's going to be no points again. Right, Valtteri Bottas is our next target. It says a lot that Sauber's ahead of us and like managing to stay ahead of us on genuine pace. Gasly's coming back at us. Just going to stick to the middle of the track. Now find if you're defending, if you stick it in the middle, it's obviously very difficult for them to go either side of you. You do compromise yourself a little bit on the entry, but it does mean, unless you're on a pit straight like this, and it can just absolutely sail past you, it does mean that 9 times out of 10 you will keep the place. I've got to stay off those frigging curbs. I've got to stay off those curbs. Right. I say that I'm bouncing off every frigging curb. Alright. through these. I hate this section so much. My main feeling on Suzuka is that if I can get through the S's, I'll be alright. I mess up so many times. We're not making any gains on Bottas. It's got to be said. If we're not making any gains, like I say, on a Sauber, then why are we even here? What are we even doing with our lives? Gasly's going to get me this time. There's only saying, oh no, he could just drive into the back of me. Can we do like a Alonso and Schumacher round the outside of 130? Oh, I've spoiled it a little bit by going off the circuit. Just kind of forgot to turn there. That would have been a good move if I hadn't done that. Right, I don't think staying in the centre of the track is going to work this time. Gasly's just going to sail past. We'll try and stop Albon from getting past though. Can we get back up the inside? Oh, yes, go for it. Avoid. Oh, I hate these objectives. They're so pointless. I can't do anything about it. I really don't. I just really don't care for them. Like, if there was a way to turn them off. I mean, I failed it already. How am I supposed to do that without, like, seriously compromising my performance? Like, I don't get it. I really don't. Right. I'm really fearing this next straight. I've gone so wide as well. Handy thing is, if you like cut across, they have to kind of back off a bit. And I know it's a little bit naughty, but it does give you a bit of an advantage. It's, oh my god, every single man and his dog goes past me. Albon I'm going to wait for, because we might get a bit of DRS. Or he could just skate away with it. We got 2 laps to try and... Oh, that's fucking hell. I don't know why I did that. I might have another go at that. Right. Because I hit the brake. I don't know why I hit the brake. I should have just done the old BTCC stuff and just forced him off. He's going to get past me anyway. Everyone's going to friggin' pass me on this straight. We could actually finish last. Try and do what I did on the previous lap. It worked to an extent. Oh god. Oh, the lines are so bad. Jesus Christ, they are so bad. Right. I'm pretty sure these places are gone now. I'm a second behind Albon. I'm not going to make that up. I just want to not finish last. That'd be quite nice. We got a Sauber and 2 Hasses. The team that I could have been driving for. I could have been plumb last. But no. Oh, fuck me. So bad. Right, I might have to get a bit naughty here and start blocking. Because it's just about... Oh, God. That didn't work, did it? It is about just not finishing last now. Early turn in, that didn't work. Oh, God. Can we get some DRS on Joe? That would really help. Stay in Joe's slipstream. We might be able to have a go here if Hulkenberg doesn't have a go at us. Got to hope Hulkenberg backs out up the inside of Joe. Again, hold the position. And providing we don't have a disastrous back straight, we should not finish last, he says. Oh, I've got this really bad itch on my arm. Oh, gotta scratch it. Right. Yeah, this has been a pretty disastrous stream so far in terms of results. 3 races in, no points. I mean, to be fair, that is kind of what you'd expect a Williams to have after 3 races. But yeah, we've got to try and pick it up after this. I can't remember where we're going after this. Is this Imola? It's definitely one of my favourite circuits. Oh god, right, Joe there. We might just have to have a... Oh no, he's gone a bit slow through there. We can get him. We can definitely get him. He's gone for the... Oh, just making all kinds of noises there. He did defend the inside. We had to really work for it then. But we come home in P17, which is not great, but it's not last. And driver of the day is Lando Norris. I'm assuming he won if he gained a place. At last, he was a winner 2 races ago. Obviously, I know you base it on real life, and he wasn't a winner when this game came out. Did Verstappen even finish second, or did he end up third in the end? I think he ended up third. I think Mercedes got him. So it's 3 wins out of 3 for the old McLaren. They're looking pretty mighty at the start of this season. So yeah, Lando Norris. So, oh no, Verstappen did hold on for second. I was going to say by quite a distance as well. I was going to say be a bit surprised if a Mercedes overtook him, considering they haven't really got the pace. So Daniel Ricciardo getting a point for RB. Didn't see that happening. So, yeah, quite a slow start to the season. Another driver who hasn't been replaced, Liam Lawson, is not in this game yet, despite the fact that obviously he's been in Formula 1 for a few races now. But oh, we're still on 0 points. Still on 0 points. I might actually turn the difficulty down. I know I said I wanted a challenge, but I think what we'll do, we will do 1 more race. I believe it's similar. I'm hoping it's similar. I'm now starting to doubt whether did I leave Miami in? I hope I didn't. Because I absolutely hate that circuit so much. Right, Imola Grand Prix. Okay, right, we will round off with that. And hopefully we can get a point out of it. Because I do tend to go quite well around Imola. I said I went quite well around Australia, and I didn't. So yeah, right. Season break. Get Albon getting all his resources. We've got absolutely sod all. We've managed to gain 1 rating. But that must be by default because I haven't earned that at all. So yeah, I think what we'll do, we will turn the difficulty down. We'll put it down to about 84. See how that goes. If that's too easy, we'll bump it up. I'm not going to bother with practice. Get resource points. I don't do it for every round because there's some rounds I just can't be bothered, and I just want to get straight into it, even if it's simulation. It doesn't hurt if you skip a couple. Your team will eventually, you stick around long enough, and your team will eventually become the best team. Welcome along to Imola, just down the road from Ferrari HQ, and boy do we know about it. Right, Let's see, good old trusty setup. Right, here we go. Good lap. This is the lap. Okay, this is the lap that is going to get us out of the doldrums. It's going to kickstart our season. I'm not seeing P20. They're seeing P20. I'm not. Sweet. Fuck that friggin' chicane up. Oh, I'm not having it. We're going to manifest a top 10 finish. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones, even if we're... Oh. Oh no. I'll have to employ some strats here. Some serious strategical plays. Oh, look at that. Taking that line like an absolute boss. We go into this corner. Oh, look at that. Straight over the curbs. We're in P2. Look at that. All of a sudden from P20 to P2. Totally legitimately. No doubt about it. Everyone's like, what the hell are you doing here? We might lose a couple of paces. It's all right. We're still going to get P8, you know. Whether we went over the white lines, it's totally irrelevant, you know. Nothing to do with bumping down a difficulty level at all. Nothing to do with, you know, cutting over a couple of white lines. We just, you know, we just finally managed to find something. So yeah, P8, half a second off the pace. Yeah, Albon, all the way down there in P16. How you doing, fella? Yeah, not so smug now, are ya? Hey. We're getting pace, we're not really getting anything else. No focus. Which, like I said earlier, sums me up to a T, really. Right, I see no reason to change anything. Hopefully we can get some points on the board, end this stream in a good way. And, yeah. We're in a good position to do so. We just need to get a good start, keep it going. And, yeah, just bring it home for a top 10 finish. That's what we need to do. It's lights out and away we go. I've got to check something quick. I'm really paranoid that I don't know why, but I'm really paranoid that I've streamed on the wrong channel. No, I haven't. I was really paranoid then because I've got two YouTube accounts and the handle on both is quite similar. Oh no, I did not want that. I did not want that. Right, let's try that again. Damage isn't normally on. But yeah, I was really paranoid then that I was streaming on the wrong YouTube channel because, yeah, I've got two channels and the logos are very similar. And I was like, oh shit, I might be streaming on the wrong one. Can you imagine that? Imagine how much of an idiot I would have to be. I wouldn't rule it out. All out of shape there. Yeah, I spent like over an hour not realising. But hey, this isn't my audience. Right, we're looking pretty pacey. Onto the back of Charles Leclerc. We could even have a go here. No. Alright, let's that never happened. It never happened. Seeing things with your mind, it never happened. It's how desperate I am for points that I will literally rig everything and flashback everything that doesn't go my way. I don't want to throw it away for something stupid, you know. After this race, if we finish in the top 10, we can have all the bad finishes we want after this. Let's get some points on the board. Let's get this done. Let's prove to Williams that we're worth it, and Albon isn't, and all of their chips in his basket are going to be worth nothing. Chips in his basket? That's not saying, is it? It's eggs in one basket. And I do that all the time. I mix sayings up. I did that the other day in a video. I can't remember what it was now. Oh god, I'm driving like an absolute moron. Alright, let's get it back. Right, we are really good through this bit, mainly because I cut that corner. We would find ourselves in a similar situation again. Just not close enough to Leclerc, although nailing that, but we haven't got the straight line speed, or have we? It's going to have to be into this corner. Oh, that's a beautiful overtake there. Lovely stuff. Up into P5. And we've got nearly a second gap. And we're only lapping a second slower than Lando Norris. It's amazing what bumping down the difficulty by a significant level can do to your confidence. Oh god, oh no, I failed another objective, what a shame. I don't know if there's a way you can turn those off, because I find them really irritating. And a lot of them are ones that you can't really do unless you've got like no one around you and you can afford to lose a few seconds. The way that I'd like. Not going to be close enough to Leclerc to have a go, unfortunately. I don't know if we're even going to get DRS. We're going to have to get a bit of a move on if we are. Got 6/10 there, we should be fine. Oh god, get a little bit out of shape there. This could somehow be faster than last lap. It's not, but that felt a lot slower. I was making so many mistakes. But now Verstappen's in P7. That could be quite bad because he's certainly a lot quicker than Alonso. Oh no, Alonso's got him back. That's handy. The gap's come out to a couple of. Oh, Verstappen must have lost a bit. Right. Do 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 do. Your mind made it up. It never happened. I stayed on the track. Not being caught by Max Verstappen. What's that, 3 flashbacks now? I'm so good at this game. Every achievement I've ever earned in this game has been totally legitimate. No cheating or anything of the sort. I'm not that kind of person. You know me. You know I'm not that kind of person. Right, skipping up over those curbs again. I don't think we're going to be close enough. It's not really worth the risk. I think we've just got to try and bank the P6 if we can. But if we can take an opportunity, then we will. 1:16.8, that's got to be near enough. Fastest lap. Can't be far off. Right, 1 lap to go. There's a lot of cars here. I'll tell you what, if we have a really good run, there's a lot of fuck, shit, fuck, shit, fuck. If we be patient and we don't screw everything up. But Hamilton's going really slowly. Right, up the inside of Leclerc. Hamilton's going really slowly. I think we're legitimately the quickest car at the moment. Give Leclerc a little bit of a squeeze. I think we're really quick. I think we could do something here. Right, onto the back of Perez. Can we send one up the inside of Perez? I don't know if we've left ourselves too much to do there, but Hamilton was looking slow. And I think if we'd had another lap, I think we could have won this. Sounds kind of crazy to say, but I honestly think we put a second on Perez already. We had some pace there. We come through for P4. We had some genuine pace there. I think another lap. I think we could have won that race. It sounds kind of crazy to say, but yeah, I think we were like quickest car on the circuit by the end of it. Mercedes win. Lewis Hamilton gets his first win of the season, the first non-McLaren win of the season. Still no win for Red Bull this year, but Hamilton was holding him up big time. I don't know whether he had an issue or whether he just didn't have the pace, but held on for the win though. I'd love to know how close we were. So we were lapping 1.6. We were 1.2 seconds away. 1.2 seconds away from winning. Hamilton won, yeah, 17.5s he was doing. Norris was doing 16.8s. We did a 16.8. We're only a couple of tenths off getting fastest lap of the race. Fernando Alonso dropped all the way down to 10th in the end. So whether he had an issue, he must have done. Or maybe he went off the track or went wide, I don't know. There we go. We finally got our first points of the season. Let's have a look at the standings. We have elevated all the way up to 10th. Lando Norris leads the way from Oscar Piastri. Max Verstappen in 3rd. Lewis Hamilton going up quite a way with that win. Charles Leclerc 42 points. Alonso, then Sainz, Russell, Perez, and then ourselves in 10th place with 12 points. Lance Stroll with 10, Gasly, Ricciardo with 1 each, which means that Williams are now 6th in the Constructors. We've got 12 points, courtesy of moi. I don't see Alex Albon anywhere. So you can give all your parts to him. You can give him all your reputation and all that stuff. I'm the one delivering. Yeah. So what are you going to say about that? Yeah, look, he's not very pleased with himself, is he? Right, we're finally beating him. 3 out of 6, he's only got 1 out of 6. Yeah, he looks miserable, doesn't he? We got pluses all round, which is going to help our rating even more. How are we going? We're closing in on the recognition. We started out 45, slow progress. Maybe by the end of the season we could be fairly equal. Who knows? But yeah, I am going to round it off here. I think it's a good point. It's getting late, kind of winding down now. So I think we're going to, end it here. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed that. I had a lot of fun tonight. Hopefully we can make it a more regular thing. And whether it be F1 24, whether it be another game. But yeah, I did really enjoy that. We'll do the secret meeting and then we'll... Yes, Alpine, yeah, I'm not interested. Not interested at all. Go away. So yeah, we managed to get some points in the end. It was a tough start, really tough start. But just goes to show what a disobedience towards corner cutting and lowering of difficulty can do. So next time when we kick this off, we'll be starting on Monaco straight away. We'll probably be doing another 4 races, maybe more, depending on what we have time to do. But yes, that is the end of today's stream. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider hitting the like button If you're new around here and you like what you see, why not get subscribed so that you can be notified of future videos and streams like this one. If you're watching this on a replay, comment below any thoughts and suggestions you may have, anything that you might like to see, or just anything in general. If you want to call me a twat, call me a twat. It's up to you. But yeah, thank you very much. Words. Thank you once again for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves. Have an awesome rest of the night and an awesome day tomorrow. And I will see you next time. Bye for now. Bye.